It was October of last year that I went in for a colonoscopy. I had been feeling a little off for a couple weeks, a couple months. Went to my primary care physician around that timeline, late summer, and he had said, "Oh, you're young, your lab work's all good. This is likely just a tear, something that we can do, repair in a colonoscopy and just fix it and you'll be fine." The physician, when I was still under, he came out to Amanda and told her that, it looked bad. It looked this was cancer. It was likely metastasized. And you're going to be meeting with surgeons and you're going to be doing a lot of work in the next few weeks to figure out what's going on. That hit us really hard because everything was normal. Everything was fine. I felt good.
We met with that surgeon who, it was like day 2 from knowing that Rob had cancer, that she was like, this is stage 4 rectal cancer. You have a 10% chance of being alive in the next 5 years. And it really was this like, oh my goodness, like we just like, our life just stopped.
Yeah.
And within a week, we were in Vanderbilt and we had such a different response. This really optimistic oncologist who said, we've walked this journey. We're a renowned cancer center. It's only in your lung and your rectum at this time. Like, we've done this before. Like, we're going to go through this really aggressive treatment and we're going to be aggressive knowing that we want the best outcome for you. And so it went from this very like
cure, not
a curative plan, whereas like here what we had heard was like very bleak. The surgeon telling us essentially, right, like I'm writing your story, and we were like, no, God writes our story, right? Like this illness is not. Our small group just naturally came together, and we decided from the very beginning that we were just going to bear one another's burdens and just celebrate all of the good, and then walk through all of the challenges. And I think something that's really helped us is just being able to pray.
I just lift up the Oakleys to you. They've been such a testimony to us in the same way the Claypools have.
You come in this space and everybody has a place. And I think that's something that doesn't happen everywhere. And it's something that's just hard to put your finger on, but it immediately happens. And knowing that there was going to be a prayer service for Rob, one of his best friends, who isn't somebody who like carries his, faith on his sleeve, just organically organized for like friends of Rob's background from high school to grade school to college, all just came
and showed up
to pray. And I think just knowing that it doesn't have to be something that's planned, like your heart can just flow, and that's the Holy Spirit at work, and that like happens within these walls everywhere. And just thankful that we feel like we've caught the wind, and just to being able, we never thought that we would be inspiring others. And I think to know that cancer wasn't always our story, but that he's writing our story and he's weaving all these details, and we now have eyes to slow down and see him and just thank him for that. And that's what this campus is doing every day.
Yeah, I mean, it's really something that we had mentioned. One of the prayers that you love saying, and one of the verses that I love most, is just pray continuously, rejoice always, and give thanks in all circumstances. As I pray, each day, I start off with what I'm thankful for. And by the time I'm done with what I'm thankful for, I sometimes forget what I'm asking for. And I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, can you please, cure me of cancer? Because we are immensely blessed. And we used to look always at what are we doing next month? What are we doing next week? What's the next thing that we're traveling to or doing or talking about? And it was always what's next. But now we get to focus on our kids. We get to focus on our marriage each day. And that stillness and that ability to just reflect and that perspective that has been given to us is a gift. And it's something that I'm immensely thankful for, because I'm not getting this realization 30 years from now. I'm understanding it now.
Just to be able to give him the glory, I think, right, is we're just thankful for that. To say we see you working. We know this is
every day.
Yeah. And we just know that he's capable, right? He's our way maker, going through the baptism. We know that with them, whether Rob's going to be healed from cancer on this side of eternity, we don't know, but we know it's possible. And we see like constantly the doctors are saying like, we can't explain this, like we don't know why this is happening, and we're like, because like he is the ultimate physician, and he is guiding all of these hands, and what they think is impossible, like he always shows is possible.